What's up, everybody? It's me. I'm back with another game development journal video thing, and I'm pretty excited about that because it's been a long time. I want to start off by just saying thank you to the people who have subscribed, who have left comments, and supported me, checked me out on Twitter and everything like that. I know it's been a long time, and I apologize for that, but I sort of got burned out, and I have different reasons why I haven't been posting the videos and doing game development. So I'll get into that in a minute. But if you're just tuning in, I'll give you a little bit of background. I started doing game development maybe a little over a year ago. I started with the SDL libraries and C++, making like a Mega Man style game. And then I figured, it's not going to really work on a computer, so I looked into XNA so I could program for the Xbox 360, because they have like a community development type of thing where you can, as an independent developer, use the console and publish your own game. So I thought, sweet, so I'll do that. Well, the problem with that was I had to use Windows, and I'm like a big Mac lover, and I didn't like having to reboot, and it kind of sucked ass. And the other thing is, I worked on a lot larger project than I really should have started off with. So I got burnt out. I got tired of that. It's been a long time, but what happened is I got the iPad. So I'm really excited to make a game for the iPad. I feel like it's a great platform. I mean, you can just hold it there, you can lay on the bed, sit on the couch, whatever. You have a nice big screen that you can play with, and I just think it's got a lot of possibilities, and it really got me excited thinking about games again. And plus, I can program on my precious Mac OS X and have a great time with it. So recently, I've actually been doing some tutorials. The guy at 71squared.com has some amazing iPhone OS game development tutorials, and all the stuff's the same for the iPad, so it's all good. But if you're interested in that technology, I'd really recommend you check his tutorials out. They're just awesome. So I spent a month going through all these tutorials, learning all about OpenGL, image drawing, all that stuff. And I'm at the point now where I started programming my own project, and it's been going pretty well. I'm going to show you what I've done so far. So this time I'm going to start really small and actually just try to get it finished and get something done so I can publish it. And that'll be much better than a project that goes on forever that I get burned out on and just never do anything with. So what do I have so far? I have a player which uses a bounding box and uses an image. So I created all of these files, and so far what we've got is this. So I've got the console spitting out some useful output. I'm using the sprite from the 71 squared tutorial that I finished up with, and right now it's drawing the sprite to the screen. You can click and you can move it around in the iPad simulator, and it stays along with the cursor. So if I was going to pay the $100 or whatever for the Apple developer license and actually be able to execute this application on the iPad hardware itself, this would be working off of a finger touch, and I could drag and move this all around. I'll probably do that and get one of those accounts once I'm actually a little closer to deployment, rather than blow the money now and find I changed my mind about it, as I often do. The next step is I'm going to have my wife, who's an artist, make me up some concept art, sample sprites I can use. And the idea I have for a game is a guy who's a commando in the jungle, and you got to run around and shoot all the guys and get to the chopper so you can escape. So I figure I'll go with some arcade-style gameplay. I was thinking, you know how Rampage was, on the NES or whatever other system you played Rampage for? It was just one screen with a couple of buildings, and you just punch the crap out of the buildings till they fell over and blew up, and then you move on to the next screen, which is the same thing. So I'm thinking, if I can just have one screen of core gameplay that's fun, and it's solid, it's cool, then I could just make variations on that and keep on going. And then I've got a game. So I'm just going to have some bad guys I can shoot and some boxes to take cover behind, and just sort of get the core gameplay up and running. Then I can modify that and make variations on that and just do the game from that nucleus. So that's the plan right now. So I'm going to have this player move around. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll have him take cover. See, I don't know if it's going to be, I was thinking maybe an Adventures of Lolo type thing, where you have to move objects around, or do things in a certain sequence, or if it's more of a Metal Gear type thing, or do I just want a straight up sort of shooter? The thing is, I want to make a fun game, but it's on the iPad, which I really haven't played games on, and how do you use a touch interface versus a controller? So there's some interesting design decisions that I still have to make, and I'm going to tinker with that. So in the next video, you'll probably see whatever some of the results of that are. Doesn't look like much, I know, but you know, moving around that thing on the screen is, if you've done game development, you know how it's kind of a big deal to get to that point. So I'm happy to be there and not be working through tutorials anymore, which are pretty boring, you know, and actually be in there working with the code, which is what I find really enjoyable. So doesn't look like much, but it took me quite a while to get to that point, and from here on I can just build on what I've got. The 71 Squared tutorials, again, are an excellent resource for you if you're going to do this sort of thing, because they have a map, like a tile editor, that they're using from some other website that spits out XML files or whatever, and you can import those. So if you were with me for the other videos, you remember I spent a couple of months making my own map editor in the game engine, which, you know, that's a few months of work I'd rather not repeat. So that'll save you some time. So from here on out, I'm pretty much doing things I've already done in one form or another before, so that should make it a little easier this time around. So if you enjoyed the video, if you have any questions or comments or helpful, encouraging, you know, kind words to leave, go ahead and do that, and I'd appreciate it. I'll try to address whatever questions anyone has, like in the next video, if you have any questions related to this stuff. I'm also on Twitter, so if you go to twitter.com/RetroThomas, you can see the posts, and I spam that thing with all the crap I'm doing every day, and you know, I'd be happy to like correspond with you on there if you have any questions or comments, or you're also working on games. You know, you can have a little helpful network of support. So until next time, leave some comments. I hope you're still out there, and I hope you enjoyed watching my crazy videos again. I'll try not to leave you hanging, so take it easy.